Our next guest knows what it's like to defy the odds and break barriers. In 2012, Ginny Rometty became the first ever woman CEO in IBM's 100-year history, making a name for herself as one of the world's most influential business leaders. After retiring from the tech giant in 2020, she spent 2 years writing her new book, out now. It's called Good Power: Leading Positive Change in Our Lives, Work, and World, where she details her challenging childhood and her groundbreaking path to the Fortune 500 C-suite. Welcome, Ginny Rometty, to the show. Back to the show. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
So, the book, let's go through it. We have so much to talk about, so I want to quickly get to the book. Sure. I love it. I love the title. And you've got, like, principles of good power. But first, tell us why you decided to write the book.
Well, I had never intended to write a book, and many people urged me, just given the journey I'd been on, from my father abandoning us when we were very young, leaving my mother with no education, no food, no money, and she had 4 children, never had any job outside of the home. She was determined not to let that define who any of us would be. Got a little bit of education, a little better job. This would lead to what I do today that you and I talked about, and that kind of set really the baseline for me, that never let someone else define who you are. Only you define who you are.
That little girl growing up in that household with those circumstances became one of the most powerful women in the world.
Yep.
It's truly
and I hope it's so a lot of people believe that's possible. That's really why I wrote it.
I want to ask you a 50 over 50 question, which is just when you were in your 20s, and did you ever imagine your career after 50? At the age of 50?
Never. And I never imagined being CEO of IBM at that time either, by the way. And so it was really...
It was a blank slate, right?
It was a blank slate, and it was always about just have your own independence, be able to take care of yourself, and just do the next thing better than you did the prior thing.
Unbelievable. So here's Ginny Rometty's 5 principles of good power, which you can get a lot more of in the book. But I love this because a woman's view toward work and strategizing and success is very different than a man's, which is why it's great to have diversity, which we're going to talk about in just a moment. But you say be in service of? Talk about it.
Be in service of. So many people think you're there to serve something. If you're in service of something, you actually fulfill their need, and as a result, your goal gets met.
You say build belief. What does that mean?
It means appeal to people's hearts and minds.
Know what must change, what must endure. That's conviction.
Yeah, and this is about embracing tension and running towards conflict, which is what I think is so important today.
And steward good tech.
Nothing more popular, but I've been talking about it for a decade, which is about manage the upsides and the downsides of tech in parallel, which is something most people don't do. They chase the upside, and then all of a sudden the downside's there.
And this is really important, especially for women, because it can often be very frustrating trying to get to the top, but be resilient.
Yeah, this is when you do something hard, there's no straight line, and it's got a lot to do with your attitude and the relationships that you have, primarily the one with yourself. You've written a lot about this topic.
Yeah, I have. And you know what? There are times where things go a little slower. It's okay.
And backwards.
And backwards. Oh, yeah, I got fired. That would be backwards.
Yep.
You know, and this is like these breaks. Sometimes there's a reason for them. Sometimes there's not. And they all have value. And you have a long runway, which is why I created the 50 over 50 list, because there's so many women recreating themselves in their 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. But talk about how we can get more young women, even girls, into tech.
Yeah, look, when I went into tech, I was the only woman in these classes. This is late 70s. And this is about getting people to go into science, technology, engineering. But here, this to me is the key. I tell everyone, go into tech or go into engineering preparation because it'll just help you solve a problem. And any job you do is going to be problem solving. If you just think of it that way, you'll go into a technology area because it'll just be about solving problems. It doesn't have to be about being a traditional engineer.
You're also the current co-chair of the nonprofit 110. Tell us how it's going, what it is, how it's going, how people can help more.
Well, there's a theme through the book that starts with my mother and my whole life, which is that access and aptitude are 2 different things. Aptitude spread evenly in this country, not access.
Right.
And so on the heels of the murder of George Floyd, a number of business leaders came together. Myself, Ken Chenault, Ken Frazier, Kevin Shearer, Charles Phillips co-founded something called 110 to place 1 million Black Americans into middle-class jobs that are family-sustaining, but who don't start with a college degree. This is something I've worked on for 15 years and came to really believe that hire people for their skills, not just their degree. That in this country, 50% of our great jobs are over-credentialed. It got easy to check a box, have a college degree. Yet 65% of Americans don't have one, and 80% of Black Americans don't. Now, I'm not against it. I am vice chair of a university.
Right.
But where we start should not determine where we have to end.
And you got to meet people where they are. You got to find them. You got to make that
employer,
effort.
I need an inclusive, great workforce.
The new book is entitled Good Power. Former IBM CEO Ginny Rometty. Thank you so much, and thank you for writing the book.
Thank you, Mika.
Congratulations. And for more on Ginny's story and how you can get more involved, more women in tech, head over to knowyourvalue.com. We have a companion piece on the book and on Ginny Rometty.